The key things that they need to be able to do is really be firstly involved in the setup of the management system and the maintenance of the system. But to me, it's not just about that sort of in the background involvement. I think they have to be visibly involved in the process and making sure that this is seen by the different parts. One of the other things that they've also got to do is really show a personal commitment to the management system and the things that the management system is trying to achieve. So whether that be quality, safety, or environment, or other, it needs to be really shown and coming from management. They need to walk the walk, so to speak, and as well as just that background involvement as well.
There's no one fit that would work for every business, but there are a number of key areas that are very particular and very important for a leadership team to be able to commit to reinforce the effectiveness of a management system. A leadership team that is seen and heard and listens will bring about a foundation and demonstrate a culture associated to that. So there are a bunch of tools and techniques that a leadership team could call upon which would help them. One of the key areas there is communicating, but not just emails and letters and things up on notice boards, but actually getting down onto the shop floor, onto the building site, speaking to those people who are utilising the management system, delivering those processes, showing their commitment to take feedback, take lessons learned, take improvement suggestions, and doing something with it.
Some of the things top management can do is really get involved, lead the way in some of the communication and consultation activities around what we're trying to achieve, show genuine care and intent behind that. Yes, embedding a management system within the culture of the workforce is notoriously difficult. Workers are very perceptive to any situation where the top management is less than committed. They'll pick that up. So that active demonstrated commitment, regular reinforcing involvement in the communication consultation are all critical in your kind of cultural journey to get your management system embedded.
So from a standard point of view, it says they have to, first of all, appoint a management representative. So they have to do that as a minimum. But really they have to be involved in looking at continuous improvement. They have to be looking at the non-conformancies. They have to be understanding what the customer feedback is. So are the customers happy, are they not? They have to be actively engaged in promoting it within the staff. So every time they stand up for a State of the Nation talk, they should be talking about the quality management system.
They need to show that they're involved. They need to show that they're passionate. They need to show that they believe in the system and will hold people accountable for the system.
Leadership is responsible for setting the vision and the strategic direction of the business. Many would argue as well that leadership is responsible for culture creation and setting the barometer or the thermostat as such for the business. So leadership and their commitment is absolutely imperative. So if leadership is setting the strategic direction and vision for the business, they then need to provide resources and management and direction and support to help the organization to achieve that vision and strategic direction.
From a management point of view, the biggest thing that they can demonstrate in terms of the commitment is to play an active part in the management system. You know, it's all good to say that, you know, safety is our number one priority, or quality, or information security, environmental. But in reality, is everyone across the company look at the management team and the leadership. They'll see their focus, they'll see their priorities, and based on that they readjust their own priorities as well. So the best thing for them, if quality is important, then they need to demonstrate that the importance of it in terms of the resources that they allocate to it, as I mentioned previously, or the commitment that they have. If safety is important, then it needs to be a discussion. Often you see in different companies that they say safety is our number one, but all they talk about is output and getting the product out of the door. So the discrepancy between what the company says is important with what the leadership do creates that gap in the culture. So what the management team says is important should be their day-to-day focus when they talk to everyone.
If you enjoyed this video, click on the link to view the next compliance conversation.